We're Sworn In, you're watching Solace Music TV.
Hey guys, Kyle from Solace Music TV here. I'm here with Sworn In. Can you guys please introduce yourself and your role in the band?
I'm Derek and I play bass.
I'm Chris, I play drums.
So you guys are here in Toronto on the Toronto date of your first headlining tour for your album The Lovers, the Devils that came out this week. How's the tour been so far?
It's been really fun, honestly. We really like playing with these bands, and all the shows have been in kind of smaller rooms, so it's been nice having shows where we're not on a stage and we can really interact with fans while we play, just like right in our face.
Yeah, I agree. No complaints, really.
So how is the fan reaction to the new album been so far in regards to like sales or comments on YouTube or Facebook, Twitter?
I mean, before it came out, it was a different story. I mean, we expected people to be like, not understand it at first. We expected people to be like, what the hell is going on? And then after it came out, people started to actually listen to it, and then a lot of people are warming up to it. People say it takes them a couple times, and now they like it, and we're fine with that, you know? We expected it.
Yeah, the singles don't necessarily do the album justice as a whole. It's really meant to be listened to like from start to finish or start to end. If you want to make
I see what you did.
If you want to make a bad pun about it, we'll never play those songs. Anyway, yeah, it's been pretty cool seeing people who weren't necessarily into the singles really enjoying the album, like coming back and saying like, I listened to it once and I didn't like it, listened to it 2 or 3 times and now I'm really into it, like I like where you guys are going, and it's cool to have support as we try to mature our sound and like grow as people too.
So you guys think the style change from the Death Card to Lovers the Devil was necessary?
It was necessary, not even like in a business standpoint. It was just like necessary because it's what we wanted to write. It's as simple as that, I think.
You can't write the same album a bunch of times. Otherwise, we'd have 5-star NDPs, and everyone would be butthurt about that too. So, yeah, we're just trying to write the music that we want to write and communicate that as easily as possible to our fans.
Speaking of start-end, I myself and a bunch of other people have been wondering, why don't you guys play Let Down live anymore, since it was such like a popular song with you guys?
Because that was in April of 2012 or 13, so it's just kind of like we're trying to progress, and we hope people would understand that, you know?
Imagine wearing the same clothes you wore like 4 years ago right now. Like, you wouldn't do that because you're not the same person. We're not the same people that like played Let Down like a few years ago. Our sound has grown and we've grown, and we're ready to move on. But it's still a good song. Like, we still like put it out, and we're glad people are so into it. But it's not who we are anymore.
So like for sure, it's never being played again live.
We've played it here and there, but I mean we don't plan to do it, you know.
I don't know about never, but don't count on it.
All right.
If you hope for it, you'll be sad.
Yeah. So I noticed the song titles of your new album are quite like different. Like they're kind of like, I know some of them are like reference to like children's like songs, like Sunshine for example, or Ollie Ollie Oxen Tree is like what you showed in like what Hide and Seek or whatever. So like who came up with the idea and like what's the reasoning behind it?
Well, mostly it was like Tyler's idea about like the lyrical concept of the CD. He kind of wanted to tie in like, you know, for example, Pocket Full of Poesy, it's etc., stuff like that. It just kind of wanted to like allude to like something that everybody would know, nursery rhyme scheme, stuff like that like people would be like, oh, I recognize that. You know, it's just kind of like a little gift in it's not like the main focus, but it's just like a little thing that if you search for it, it's there, and it's like a nice little spin on it.
Yeah, if you it's all about how hard you look into it. The more you look into it, the more you'll realize it's all connected. But yeah, it's been interesting with fan response as far as the song names. Some people are kind of upset that we named songs certain things, but I don't know. There were a few years ago you could write like half a paragraph and that would be a song title, like metalcore or whatever. But I don't know. It's just it communicates an idea and an emotion a little bit. It's something that people can relate to from a young age, and they're like familiar with the ideas.
That's definitely a smart idea you guys did.
Thank you.
I still find it kind of funny that you guys have song titles like Sugar Lips. Like you guys are associated with being a heavier band. It's like, the song's called Sugar Lips. I want you to kill someone. Imagine saying shit like that.
This next song is called Death. Yeah, so it's like it's a variation, but the two albums are like very different concepts, and It's supposed to represent kind of like the lighter side, I guess. Like even though the songs
Not even
themselves,
lighter side, just like love songs rather than songs about I fucking hate this person, I fucking hate this person, I fucking hate this person. Then when are you gonna stop? You know?
yeah.
Like I don't know. It's irrational for a human to be that hateful all the time.
Yeah.
Like we aren't exactly that way. We wanted to write about our emotions, and I think we should be in the clear to do that. You know?
Yeah, new CD, new song titles.
In metalcore, I think like writing about hating people all the time, being so negative, is getting really stale. So I'm glad you guys switched it up a bit. It's going to be very beneficial for you guys. Checked Facebook today and recently found out that Amur canceled the European tour you guys were on. How does that affect you guys, and do you guys plan on making up any of the dates?
I mean, sadly, we were stoked to go. I mean, that would be our second time, but we can't make it without the whole thing because it's just simply like if we only went for 3 shows, it would be financially like we'd be in debt. It would be pretty bad. It would just be like we want to go back, we want to make it there. And I think we'll make it later this year if we're lucky. But just like with those circumstances, we're like, hey, what can we do? You know, we aren't strong enough to headline ourselves there at this moment. We're still an up-and-coming band in Europe and even in America, you know. So we didn't really have much of a choice, sadly.
Yeah, but it does provide some time off for us to work on more like media stuff for fans and potentially doing playthrough videos and that kind of stuff. So it'll be cool to have that opportunity, but we do still wish that we were going to Europe really bad, and we would have loved to be on that tour.
So speaking of you headlining, so how is it different from opening a tour? Because I know you guys just got off tour with Chelsea Grin and you were opening like the third band, and now you guys are headlining. How do you guys change up like the way you play or the way you like are during the day and such?
Well, I mean, longer sets for sure, because it would be, if we didn't, it would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, longer sets, you have to kind of pace yourself throughout the day. You can't be, you know, just being a fucking like fool all day, getting drunk as shit before you play. Like we have to kind of like pace ourselves, and it's like more responsibility, honestly.
Yeah, it's a different position to be in for sure. When we were opening up tours, it'd be play right away and then have all this time to just relax and make sure like the next show is going to go well and plan and relax and hang out with the other bands. And this time we kind of have to hang out with people before we play, and it's a lot more waiting, a lot more anticipation, I would say, before we play. But it's been cool to be in the opposite position. Definitely has shown us a lot about being a band.
So what's next for Sworn In the rest of 2015? Like any tour plans you want to talk about or anything? Any music videos for the new album?
I mean, there's 2 music videos for the album out. That should probably be, since we aren't able to do Europe, it'll probably come, one of them at least will come out in that time. I'm sure the other one will come out in summer. But besides that, the only plans really are we have something big coming up in the summer. We can't talk about it yet, but trying to get some media for the album, trying to show people what the hell we're playing, because, you know, nobody really knows what's going on with the guitars and all that stuff. So it'd be nice to finally do that, you know.
Yeah, finally show people that what we play isn't just zeros and ones. And
Yeah.
if you actually listen to it, you can take a lot more from the music than if you're passively listening to it.
Yeah, I think it'd be a great idea to do like guitar playthroughs and stuff like this. Actually, like sometimes it sounds like you're playing zeros and ones, but you're probably not just playing. There's probably much more that goes towards the guitar playing.
Yeah, it's interesting because there are playthrough videos that people have made online, and we have yet to see one that's correct. So it'd be cool to actually play it and know that what's going online that people are going to watch is the actual thing, and then they can see what we're doing, how we're using the instruments differently than other bands necessarily.
Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, thank you so much for your time. This concludes the interview.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
No problem. Make sure you guys check out Sworn In on their headlining tour and pick up The Lovers the Devil.